Igniting Entrepreneurship in the AUC by the Morehouse VC Fellows. Our agenda for today is the Atlanta University founder, our activity stack, our investment thesis, and the conclusion. The Atlanta University Center, or coined as the AUC, is comprised of Morehouse College, Spelman College, and Clark Atlanta University. The AUC is the largest consortium of private African American colleges and universities. There's a community relationship between all institutions, located in Atlanta, Georgia, and there's 9,000 plus total students. It can be considered the Black Mecca of creativity, and we can combine all the resources between three colleges. Morehouse is all men's liberal arts college. Most students are business focused by major. Spelman College students are STEM focused, and Clark Atlanta University students are cinema and TV and business focused. So, who is the AUC founder? The AUC founder is culture centered, innovative / forward thinking, impactful, visionary, and socially aware. Obstacles of the AUC founder: networking, capital, and a pathway to success. In terms of networking, there's a lack of central space for AUC entrepreneurs to gather, and there's also a smaller concentration of startup growth in in Atlanta, Georgia. Capital, people who need help getting their business off the ground, and also Atlanta is geographically disadvantaged from major deal flow, which makes the pathway to success more tedious than it has to be. So, as I said earlier, campuses have reserved entrepreneurship spaces for their own students, but do not have a central meeting ground. Lack of central entrepreneur meeting places may limit entrepreneurs in forming partnerships or sharing information. And there's a quote by Brad Fell that says that essentially this is not how a startup ecosystem is formed. So where do most startup founders come from? Well, according to a Kauffman Foundation study in 2016, they come from San Francisco, Austin, Texas, and Los Angeles. And Atlanta has a growing startup community, but we are not currently to the level of those three cities. So as far as networking, as seen in this Crunchbase News chart, most of the venture capitalists come from Harvard or Stanford, which means that they often choose founders or people who reminisce of themselves, which creates a lack of uniformity amongst founders. In addition, the capital exposure of Atlanta, Georgia, and the Southeast is nothing compared to the West Coast, so it is geographically hard to access those investors. And thus, the pathway to success is way harder than what it needs to be, as it is, as I said earlier, it's hard to gain awareness, receive venture capital, and have a large startup community in our current setting, which is where we come in. The resources for the AUC founder are firms, organizations, and people. The firms include Tech Square Lab, Comcast The Farm, the Village Microfund, Opportunity Hub, / Morehouse Entrepreneurship Center, and Dr. Paul people include Dr. Paul Judge and Rodney Sampson. So as far as firms go, we're going to start with Tech Square Labs. It coins itself as Atlanta's leading seed stage venture fund. It was founded by Dr. Paul Judge and Alan Nance, and it assists startup founders building something from nothing by providing workspace, funding, relevant events, and more. And one of those relevant events is the Atlanta Startup Battle. Comcast The Farm offers support to startups selected in their accelerator by providing $20,000 in seed capital along with $1.7 million in perks, mentorship, as well as strong networking gains from belonging to the accelerators. Their startups feature very diverse founders, and the incubator allows new founders to interact with experienced entrepreneurs. In regards to diversity, our team was able to speak to a program manager at the farm who essentially said that the farm attracts a variety of founders, including African American and minorities, and the face of the farm is a woman of color. The Village Microphone was founded by Nathan Jones, Dante Miller, and Robin McKinney. All of them are Morehouse graduates. This is a community-based fund that allows for the community to be active investors in their local entrepreneurs. Moving on to organizations, Opportunity Hub was founded by Rodney Sampson. It provides African American found and diverse founders tools to become startup entrepreneurs. Um, Next, we have the Morehouse College Entrepreneurship Center. It was located on Morehouse's campus, and it's designed to increase small business development and has partnerships with Y Combinator as well as other small business incubators. So Dr. Paul Judge. Dr. Paul Judge is a Morehouse College graduate. He's an entrepreneur and investor, and he's founded companies that have received funding from A16Z or Anderson Horowitz, Google Capital, and is also invested in over 60 startups. Rodney Sampson is a professor of entrepreneurship at Morehouse College. He's a startup entrepreneur as well as an angel investor, and is the founder of Opportunity Hub. And there's a charter of Opportunity Hub on Morehouse's campus. So how can we help the AUC founder? In the effort to bolster the AUC entrepreneurial community, we aim to create spaces for entrepreneurs in the AUC to share products with larger audience, connect them with resources to help startup business ventures, and connect them to the startup ecosystem, which the Opportunity Hub will be a large part of that. So our activity stack. So we start off with Arise AUC. This is a 2-day conference for AUC students in the early fall, which is when school starts to learn more about entrepreneurship and venture capital. Essentially, we put it at this particular time to engage the brand new freshmen to start thinking them, allowing them to think about entrepreneurship and starting startups or getting into VC. The second activity would be the plug. So our team would serve as a conduit to connect aspiring entrepreneurs with people that can assist in creating businesses. And thus we put all those people in a database on a spreadsheet that can execute the entrepreneurship vision. We also have What's Week, which is a monthly event, utilizes Hump Wednesday, Market Thursday, and Market Friday, which are all events that all students from the AUC go to. And we can use this to showcase entrepreneurship's products, and so that they are that the students of all the university are aware of the products from entrepreneurs. We also have Crown the CEO, which is a monthly event that showcases entrepreneurs from the AUC during Crown Forum. Moving forward, here's our investment thesis. We are a pre-seed investment firm that focuses on companies with founders from underrepresented communities whose mission is driving innovative and cultural products that have a long-term global impact. We prioritize companies that have solutions to social issues and can help people establish a more profound sense and appreciation for other human beings. So when comparing that to the VC triangle, we've identified a couple entrepreneurs, but we obviously need to find more. None of these current businesses lie within the VC triangle, but we could work with a couple of them so that they can lie within the triangle in the future. So conclusions, what resources will we need? We need resources to carry out permissions from administration, physical locations reserved on campus, and programmers. Where we get these resources? Most of the resources are in-house, but we could probably be supplied through the HBCUVC network. What tools will we use to test the hypothesis about the people who start companies on our campus and our community? We would use surveys, beta tests, and financial tools. And how can our thesis can be refined? Our thesis could be more specific in regards to what cultural means. However, not limiting our definition of cultural allows us to reach a broader investment pool. But I'm sure that our thesis will be refined over and over again so we can create the best thesis as we get more feedback from experienced individuals. Finally, what additional information do we need in order to improve our thinking? And that will be dated on the students' thought about entrepreneurship in the community, in the AUC, along with more robust connections with on-campus resources. Thank you.